not really Deadpool 2.
We went into the future and we got the Blu-ray of Deadpool 2.
No,
this is just another cover for Deadpool 1. But
it's super awesome.
It's fucking incredible and had to be owned. I don't have the movie in there. I just literally got the slipcovers. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Loser? Okay.
No, you got your geek pants on.
Oh, they added it to the cast list now.
Yeah, well.
It wasn't there before.
No.
Okay, so Deadpool 2.
Okay, so Deadpool 2.
We kick it right off.
I'm just going to go ahead and say, if you liked Deadpool, you're going to fucking like Deadpool 2. Because it's bigger, it's bolder.
Yep.
I want to say badder than the first one, but I'm going to preface this by also saying it is a different movie.
It's a very different movie. I found...
It is not the same... It's not like Guardians 1 and Guardians 2.
Exactly.
Where, it's the same, but bigger, better, and everyone gets an expanded plot line.
Yeah.
This one is definitely a different type of movie, especially because, and this is the hugest fucking fattest spoilers ever, they killed Vanessa within the first 15 minutes of the movie.
That really broke my heart.
That was crazy hard to see.
Though...
Because you had the, let's have a baby thing, and he's doing the whole anti-hero thing with the excellent fight scenes in the beginning where he's coming down the whole was it child smugglers or whatever?
Yep. Yeah.
Gets right down to the last guy, comes home, and they do that little spiel where she's just like, I'm not buying any of your bullshit, and then finally it's just like, what was it? Kiss you like you miss me, Red, and I was like, that's great, that's a great line.
Yeah.
They talk about babies, and even though he's like pound me until you're pregnant type of thing which is great. Immediately when they did that joke, I was like, oh my god, that's funnier than the first movie, and now he's into it. That's even hilarious. And that also was a subtle hint to Deadpool as a character, in the comic books, where he's considered to be pansexual. There's no real, he's not gay, he's not straight, he's just whatever.
Yeah. If he has to fuck someone to finish a job.
It's not even that. It's whatever his brain is. If his brain is saying, I'm going to bang this dude, he's going to bang this dude.
Yeah, because in the comics, not the original ones with Liefeld, but now, he's got 3 or 4 voice boxes going off.
Yep.
In each panel.
I actually did the YouTube, or I did a Wikipedia thing. He's got 2 voices. One is his own, and one is a character by the name of Madcap, which I don't know if you remember. I vaguely recall this character. So then when I actually did the thing on Madcap, it's a longer history on Madcap than I anticipated. Ultimately what happened is that Madcap and Deadpool get turned to ash. Deadpool comes back, of course, because he's Deadpool, but Madcap is now a part of him, and that's one of the voices. So the more evil voice is Madcap.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Now, not doing the voices in the movies I actually like.
Yeah.
I like he's got an internal monologue,
it'd be
but it's
too
only
much.
one voice.
Yeah, it'd be too much if it was all these voices.
Yeah, hardcore Deadpool fans would be like, yeah!
And that's the reason why I think when Moon Knight happens, it's going to be a hard sell.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard sell.
That's even going to be a hard sell if this was a Netflix, or the Disney streaming service or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they're gonna do Moon Knight has to be in the same style as Daredevil and Punisher.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's got to be a pretty brutal take on the character, because this is a brutal guy to begin with.
Oh yeah.
And then the multiple personalities, it is fucked up. Even to say he's Batman with multiple personalities undersells how fucked up Moon Knight is. Anyway, so Moon Knight is fucked up. Cool character.
Moon Knight's fucked up.
You get the right
cool looking character.
Yeah, that Warren Ellis run. That Warren
right.
Ellison run I told you about.
Right.
Was so good.
And I didn't read it.
Whew, you should.
I mean, I got a lot of things I should read. Everyone's telling me I should read The Vision, the new.
Yeah, I heard that was also
that's
really
amazing.
Good. Well, what's it? Tom King. Tom King's a great writer, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to read his stuff on Batman now. Excellent writer. Very good writer.
And that Mikael Janin that does the art on it, so good. Anyway, so Deadpool 2. So yeah, they kill her off. They kill Vanessa off right away.
And we start off with that hardcore smoking scene in the apartment where he's going to blow himself up. And
That's
right
like,
away, I was like, they killed Vanessa.
Yeah.
Before
right
we even see it, I knew it happened.
Because it was like he wanted to die, and they make some joke about how Logan died, and now he's gonna die.
Yeah, he actually had that fucking little Logan on a stake toy there.
Yeah, and yeah, like, and I remember he was smoking. He was actually inhaling, which I thought was really weird. And I was just like, because you forget that some actors smoke, right? You just assume they don't, but some of them do.
You don't, do you, Chris?
I've been over a year now. Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Oh.
He might. He's Australian, so
he's smoking.
Whoa! Hold on, do that again, but as Jim Carrey as the mask.
Smoking. That's a little too Joker, I think. I went into a little Heath Ledger there.
Yeah, you did.
Smoking!
Okay, alright, I want to die.
No, okay. Okay, but you're not smoking. Congratulations.
That's right, over a year. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you get the huge death scene right at the beginning, and you're right, like, it telegraphed it, and I knew something bad was going to happen, but I still didn't think they were going to kill her.
No?
Did not think they were going to kill her.
Maybe like coma or something?
Yeah, I thought something. Okay. And then when they actually did kill her, I was like, oh no!
Yeah.
And then, and this is one of the reasons why it's a different Deadpool movie.
It's a different Deadpool. You know what? To me, it feels a lot more like an X-Men movie than Deadpool did. Like, the first Deadpool felt like Deadpool. There's X-Men there, but it didn't feel like the X-Men movies.
And they make a point of saying that, too. Like, we got 2 X-Men. Yeah. One of them, we don't even know who the fuck she is, right? Mm-hmm. This one, I thought that gag was hilarious.
That was so funny. They got whole fucking cast.
The whole cast of the most recent X-Men movies.
Yeah, they're
one room, real quick, and just Beast is like, oh shit.
Yeah, I know. I want to watch that again just because I didn't even get to see who was in that room. I was paying attention.
McAvoy's in it.
McAvoy was there.
Beast is in it.
Cyclops was there.
Cyclops is there, but young Cyclops.
Yep, the young one.
And Nightcrawler.
Yep.
Nightcrawler was there. And
was Jean there?
I want to say Jean was there too.
Okay. That was so funny though.
That was awesome. Like, and literally
that's a blink and you miss it.
As he's going, he's like in the chair, and he's going like, we can't even splurge to get more than one fucking X-Men at a time. And then literally, like, you see, like I said, they're like, oh shit, there's Deadpool. Like, they don't want to talk to him.
They shut the door.
And they show everyone, and they're all just like, and it's there. I was like, that is awesome.
It was so great.
That is so great.
And it also, at the same time, kind of now puts Deadpool in the X-Men universe.
He was always in the X-Men universe.
But you didn't know what X-Men universe.
That's true. He
was talking about Stewart and McAvoy in the first movie, and it's like, well, now we've seen, even though he's still talking Stewart in the chair, he's talking about Stewart.
Yeah, but they're also referencing Logan.
Yeah.
So
referencing Logan though, they kind of really hop all over.
Yeah, I still feel like Deadpool is going to be the kind of character where they could put him in those movies if they wanted to. Mm-hmm. But I feel like they can't because of where he's at.
He's too big now.
I'm not going to say he's too big. He's too X-rated. He's an R-rated character.
He is too X-rated.
We talked about this before. Sorry to cut you off repeatedly, actually.
Yeah, but it's okay there, Hawkman shirt.
He's you're gay. I hate you. Actually, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Just so we're clear. Fuck you.
There's also nothing wrong with fucking you. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, your wife still seems to want to do that, so you're right. There's got to be something you're doing right. So.
Yeah.
Hey, good on you.
Hey.
Good on you. Yeah, our wives still want to sleep with us.
Yay! I don't even know where we were anymore.
He's too he's too R-rated to be in these movies.
Yeah, I mean,
because you can't have him in this movie and not brutally kill people and swear and have people be happy.
But that's the same thing with. Hugh Jackman was in all these PG movies, and then Logan was hard R. So.
But aside from Patrick Stewart, what other X-Men character was in that movie?
No, but I'm just saying, like, they took a guy that was in all these PG movies, put him in a hard R.
But they did that.
Could go vice versa.
But he's also so far removed, even in the timeline from those movies.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this couldn't have been Days of Future Past, right? And then immediately after Days of Future Past, set 3 weeks later, this is the end of Logan. You couldn't do that because it would be jarring. It'd be too jarring.
I don't want to say it's at least 20 years later because, like, Charles Xavier looks pretty beat up.
Yeah, he's fucking almost decrepit.
Yeah.
You know, but, like, you see my point, right? Like,
I do.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's why I think like he can exist in this universe.
Yeah.
But they're going to do X-Force, and they're going to give him his own team, and he'll be on this side of the universe.
Yeah, exactly. And
right?
and you know what? I'll give you that he is too big. He is too big.
He's too big now because he would just be like huge like Wolverine. He would go in an X movie, and it would be all him.
It would be like Loki not being killed immediately in Infinity War, and then you'd spend the whole movie going, "Yeah, Thanos is cool, but Loki."
Yeah.
Loki is sexy. Like, so I get what you're saying. You're right. Yeah. And maybe I misunderstood where you're going with that, but I get now that you're right.
Yeah, so...
It would be a bit of an overshadow. It would almost like you'd only have to have, like, Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in the same movie, and then just see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But,
okay, so I don't really, like, there's so much in this movie.
And that's the other thing, too, whereas, like, this is, like, we talked about, like, Deadpool being a stereotypical origin flick that makes you forget that's how funny and good it is. Yeah. Makes you forget that it is that. Yeah. This is actually kind of congested in the sense that we've got, like, Vanessa's death. You got Vanessa's death.
Yeah.
And ultimately Deadpool's storyline where he's got those weird things where he's talking to her in that underwater type thing, right, in their apartment, and she's saying, like, your heart's not in it type of thing, right? So you've got his storyline. You've got Fire Fist's storyline.
Fire Fist.
Still, it's a funny name, but it's stupid.
So stupid.
Right? Like, it's one of those things where, like, when I hear enough of it, I keep going, like, I go back to, like, well, like, we always just take it for granted that superheroes just come up with these names for the most part, but the best ones don't, you know? Like, Batman never called himself Batman, Superman never called himself Superman, but Spider-Man called himself Spider-Man, and it seems like, and now I'm like, would you do that? Like, would you just sit there and be like, I'm going to be called the Samaritan? Trademarks, I actually created a character called Samaritan. He's not, like, oh, that is who I am. But you know what I mean? Like, so Fire Fist, it's a funny name, but it's just on the nose, I guess. Yeah. But, so you have Fire Fist storyline, you have Cable's storyline, you have... Domino's storyline. Yeah, you have Domino's storyline. I mean, that's right.
It's a smaller storyline, but it's there.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, you got Weasel coming back and Dopinder coming back. And
you got Dopinder's storyline. Weasel is just there.
Weasel's kind of just there.
He's just there, and same with Blind Owl.
He does that little thing with Cable on his own. Where Cable abducts him. But small. Again, that could have been Dopinder. That could have been anyone.
It could have been anyone in the bar. It could have been Buck, which was great to see Buck again. Even though he was a blink and you missed type of thing. But but yeah, so there's a lot of moving parts in here, and of course X-Force.
Yeah, the
X-Force.
The introduction and the
immediate death
of X-Force. Putting together the team felt very Mystery Men to me.
It did actually. Like, I liked that it was a casting call type of thing. Very Mystery Men. Yeah. Like, Bedlam was a character I was never familiar with in the comic books, so I was just happy to see
I thought it was hilarious that they had this X-Force and they killed them right away, but damn did I want to see Terry Crews in action.
Yeah.
Like, Terry Crews
I wanted to see all of them. I wanted to see all of them.
I wanted to see Shatterstar in action.
Because, like, and Shatterstar, and, like, I was never a huge X-Force fan. I was never a huge Liefeld fan. Yeah. But, like, visually, like, he's super 90s. Like, he's a super 90s character to the point where, like, when you see Youngblood, you're just like, yeah, but, I mean, this is a precursor. X-Force was a precursor to Youngblood. So, you know, like, he had an afro with braids. He had this weird fucking headgear thing that I don't know how stayed on, but he's an alien. Then he had swords with double blades. Yep. He was a predominantly white suit with, like, the Captain America gloves. I think he actually had shoulder pads, too. I think he had giant shoulder pads. I'm pretty sure he did. Because it's Rob Liefeld.
And so pouches.
He probably,
Lots of pouches.
But I honestly geeked out. Like, I geeked out for Terry Crews, not so much for Bedlam, like I said, but I geeked out for Shatterstar. Yeah. Because I didn't know he was in the movie. They didn't show him in the trailers that I watched at all. I knew Terry Crews was in there. I knew Domino was in there.
He's in the, like, one of the trailers, very, like, blink and you miss him.
I liked his introduction where he's just like I'm Shatterstar, and I'm an alien from the Mojo verse, so I'm better than you.
Which right away lets us know that Mojo's out there now.
So that's a double geek out, and I never thought that I would say I would be thrilled to see Shatterstar in the movie, and yet here we were, and I was like, okay, all right, so
that was a nice surprise seeing them.
And what was the guy's name? Glenn?
Peter.
Peter, that's right, Peter. Some nondescript name.
Peter, what's your power, Peter? I don't know. I just saw the ad.
I just thought it'd be fun, so I thought I'd show up.
You're in, and then Joe Pinter's behind him, just like, he's just fucking snapping. Because
Joe Pinter's got the urge. He's got the urge to kill now.
He wasn't allowed to be in it.
And he's so dark.
I know.
But it's hilarious.
It's so funny. So funny.
What else? Oh, the Vanisher?
Oh, yeah, the Vanisher.
The Vanisher.
Is he here? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, you're in.
Yeah. And then you see the parachute flying later on.
Yeah. And then
it's Brad Pitt.
It's Brad Pitt. It's like, what the fuck? It's Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
When Michelle said that too, because she spoiled the guest stars, she's like, Matt Damon is in this movie. Alan Tudyk, they play a bunch of hillbillies. I was like, I kind of wish you didn't tell me.
Yeah. And
she's like, he'll still be cool. And with Damon, it was cool because he went out of his way to not look like Matt Damon. Like, it wasn't just Matt Damon in a fat suit. It was everything. Like, I was like, is that Matt Damon? Like, really? And it was, you know. Alan Tudyk is Alan Tudyk.
Yeah. Alan Tudyk, you know what? I wish that was Tucker and Dale, because it was this close to being Tucker and Dale.
Yeah! Oh!
So close. Like, he was Dale.
That's right.
Tucker. Yeah.
That's right. Like, that would have been so awesome.
If they would have got, what's his name? Tyler... shit.
I know the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, but they would have got him, and it was straight up Tucker and Dale.
You know what that guy Tyler does, though? You know what he does? He does a voice on this show called Voltron.
Oh, Voltron.
Just saying. Legendary Defender, I don't know if you heard of it.
It is on my Netflix to-watch list. I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah! 999! Oh, man, I love that
love
show.
the 99.
I love that show. Like, as a spiritual successor to The Office and Parks and Rec, which also, by the way, Parks and Rec is a fucking great show.
Yeah.
That was great. So yeah, I love the 99. Anyway.
Hey, Terry Crews is in that. We didn't go too far off topic.
No, not at all.
No.
But okay, but yeah, so we get introduced to the new X-Force.
Yep. And
they're all killed within minutes, except for Domino, whose power is luck.
And it's so awesome.
It is so great. Like in the comic books, they do a good job of portraying her with luck, you know, but they also portray her skill. I like this millennial take where she's just like, yeah, no, I'm just super lucky. Everything works out for me. I don't really give a shit, you know? Kind of like the same vibe we had with the teenage Negasonic Teenage Warhead or whatever.
Exactly.
Kind of that same idea.
Very similar.
But instead of her being like on her phone all the time, she's just kind of like, whatever. Like, no. And like even the introduction where he's just like, that's not a superpower. And that's that back and forth where she's like, yeah, it is. No, it's not. Yeah, it is.
It's keep going.
And it goes on for long, and I could feel some people in the audience being like, oh, okay. But I was still just like, I actually like this.
Yeah.
You know, and that whole thing where, like, the whole sequence where Deadpool's going, Lucky, you can't do that. That's not very cinematic. The entire time he's saying like, that, boom. You have this hugely cinematic thing where she's, like, driving, shooting, just haphazardly doing whatever, and it doesn't matter because it's going to work out for her. Like, that was a better representation of that than when I saw... Actually, it's very... you ever watch... the Holistic Detective Agency?
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it.
Dirk Gently.
The one with Elijah Wood, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
So, the Holistic Detective Agency, the whole point is, like, wherever you're going to be, that's where you're supposed to be, right?
Okay.
Well, the flip side is there's a holistic assassin in this show, which is actually very similar to what they did with Domino. And it's actually kind of cool. The guy who played Chucky, it's his daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. Brad Dourif and his daughter. I can't remember what her first name is, but she plays the holistic assassin, and it's amazing. Like, there's literally, like, she's literally the similar where she's going like, yeah, I just kind of show up and then I kill people that has to be killed. You know, so there's people that I can't kill. Those people just they don't. You know, fate doesn't want me to kill them. And it's literally like scenes where she's just like walking, bang, bang. Those people are dead. That's that. So, but check out those shows. They're actually really good.
Yeah. Okay.
2 seasons on Netflix.
Yeah, I think it's canceled now.
Yeah. It is.
But then the whole Max Landis thing going on.
He's a bit nuts, eh?
Yeah, well, I mean, he got accused by a bunch of women for things, too.
Wow.
Yeah, he's one of them, and he was the creator of that show, so I think that's probably a lot.
That might be, yeah, but I think it's also, too, because, to be honest, that's not a mass consumption show.
No.
Like, you're gonna watch it, and you're either gonna like it right away and want to continue watching it, or you're just not gonna get it. You know? And not necessarily get it, per se, because I don't want to make it sound like you have to be really smart to watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially season 1, everything is interconnected. Every single thing is interconnected, so it's actually really cool to watch that play out. But it's not like you need a PhD to understand it. Like, I'm not that smart. I'm pretty smart. You know, I may be the smartest guy in this room. Maybe. But at the same time, you could be dumb and enjoy the show. And if you don't like it, it's not because you're stupid.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Anyway, but I loved how they did her with this kind of like almost carefree attitude in the sense that it just works out for her. So
I loved it.
What's the point of worrying?
The bus goes up the ledge, and you know, Deadpool and Cable get just like smacked around and beat up, and she's just like, woo! Just lands on down.
Like, oh, okay,
yeah.
all right.
That was crazy.
Let's just keep going. Or one scene where it's like the kid, she's got we gotta get you out of here. I guess I need a bus, and the bus just slams into the side of the building. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, here we go.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that is just great. So she's great in this movie.
She's great. Zazie Beetz.
Yeah.
When they announced her casting, I've never seen her or anything.
Yep.
Well, obviously I have an image of what Domino is in my mind because of the comic.
Yep.
Saw her, and not even because she's black, but she had the big hair and everything. I was just like, that's definitely not the Domino I was thinking.
I liked the switch though, where instead of the black eye outline,
yeah,
it's the white
she's
one.
got the patch instead.
You know, and also because I think it really works with her because Domino in the comic books is like the second hand to Cable. Mm-hmm. So she's very militaristic in the sense that, you know, yeah, sure, she's super lucky, but she's also like really skilled.
Yeah.
You know, and so this take, I think, actually works better for me. Like, I think now when we see Domino in the comic books, she's going to be like this. You know what I mean? Maybe not necessarily different.
Well, I mean, she's already, like, I checked out the first issue of her new series, and she's very it's already playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that a bit, like, it really worked. Mm-hmm. It really, really worked. And it's not like I was a huge Domino fan either, but I know enough about the character to be like, that's not how she would be in the comic books. But this was refreshing, you know? Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I guess for her to make a big impact, this is probably the reason why Teenage Warhead isn't as prominent in this movie.
Exactly.
You know? Another thing I really liked, because I was thinking about this, was Yukio being her girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And it's not like, hey, everybody, look, we've got a same-sex relationship. It was just like, oh, this is my girlfriend. And Deadpool's immediately like, hi, Yukio.
I know.
Hi, Wade. Yeah. And I was like, man, that is awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
That's
I love the
so
way
great.
they say hi
every
to each
single time. And she's like, bye, Yukio. Bye, Deadpool.
Yeah, all into happy.
And she's just like sitting there like stewing because she fucking does not want these two to like each other. Mm-hmm. I know deep down she likes Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way around it.
But she's, you know, a teen who's just like...
And it's so hilarious that she's just like this like stern face, like, I hate everything.
Yeah.
And Yukio, who also Wolverine character.
Yeah.
Okay, so another like timeline breaker.
Yeah.
Because Yukio was in the Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but anyway, it almost would have been cool if they cast the same actress, but I'm kind of glad they didn't. You know, but either way, I like that this Yukio was super sunshine and bubbly and like everything's great.
Well, yeah.
Still an ass kicker.
Yeah. Because
when she like whooped out her like lightning powers or whatever the fuck that was, I was just like, yeah, awesome. So you just get that taste of her like at that aspect, because everything else you're just like, she's so sunshine, like she's just bubbly, and
all happy.
You're not. You're a storm cloud, but whatever, it works.
Yeah, no, I love your introduction. Negasonics not in it a lot, but when she is in it, she's awesome.
Yeah, just like in the first movie, she's not in a lot, but when she is, she's awesome. Like, like you're watching her. You're not just like, oh, okay. So actually, we've saved the two big ones.
So Cable, haven't really talked much about Cable. Josh Brolin's amazing.
We mentioned him briefly, but here's the thing: I like that we kind of saved him because he is actually kind of an anchor for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, even though we're talking about how there's a lot of plot lines, his plot line actually works really well and ties into Fire Fist. Which, by the way, Fire Fist, I thought he was great.
Oh, that kid's great.
The reviews were saying, like, oh, he just snarls and he's angry and stuff, but you know what?
He plays that so great. That's, have you seen Hunt for the Wilder People?
Mm-mm.
It's an amazing film that Taka Waititi, or...
That's what I heard, yeah.
He directed it and wrote it. Such a good, great movie. Sam Neill's in it.
Who?
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill?
Yeah.
You mean from Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park!
And Jurassic Park 3?
Yeah, that one.
But Event Horizon?
And Event Horizon, there you go. Yeah, so he's in it too. Great movie. But I was pumped to see that kid in here.
I didn't know who he was, and then, like, in the trailers, they don't really tell too much. They just show him.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, immediately when you meet him, you know, and he's causing shit with his powers and stuff,
yep.
and the mutant police are there, and even the headmaster of that Essex school is there. Like, immediately I was like, oh, wow, why is he doing this? Like, what is he doing this for? And when you find out that, of course, he's being abused,
mm-hmm.
And that was one thing I actually really liked with the change with Deadpool, because he's like, I don't fucking give a shit, blah, 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 and then he realizes he's been abused. Then he changes his tone right away, because he's been in that situation, you know, and so now he's like, okay, now everyone has to fucking die.
I'm going to be this little...
You're going to have to be, I'm going to save you type of thing. And the kid is great. Like, I even like when he's trying to be buddies with Deadpool.
Yeah.
In jail, he's trying to be buddy with him with the prison wallet, which is grossly hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, but like, his character arc was great. I liked how, and of course, the whole point of his character arc is that he goes, he eventually kills somebody. He kills the headmaster, and then that starts him off on the path of being this horrible fucking piece of shit human being.
Just like a mutant serial killer, really.
Yeah, just this. He just starts killing people. By the sounds of it,
he just murders people.
And there's no rhyme or reason.
And in the future, Cable's. It sounds like Cable's like the enforcer who was after this guy.
Yeah, he's a cop, and then so in retaliation, Fire Fist kills
his family.
And that's why Cable jumps back into time, because he's going to kill him before he can become the Fire Fist.
Exactly.
And that's where the conflict comes into play with Deadpool and Cable, because of course Deadpool eventually wants to reason with this kid and say, hey, no, you don't have to be this way,
mm-hmm.
after he discards him like a piece of shit.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I did like how when they had the inhibitor collars, it brought back the cancer.
Right?
I didn't think they were going to do that, and then a second he started coughing and stuff. I'm like, oh, they totally did it.
Because I was like, oh, well, he just fucking cut his head off, get the collar off. But then no, the cancer's back. He'll die if he does this now.
That's right, exactly. So these little things that they did, I thought was like smart things that they did.
Yeah.
Where like they didn't have to do that, and some people might be like, "What about the cancer?" Like I would have been like, "What about the cancer?"
Mm-hmm. That whole prison sequence, though, is the one scene in the movie that really does not feel like Deadpool.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Like right away, I was like, I don't feel like I'm watching a Deadpool movie anymore.
That was one part where you're right, like it doesn't feel like a Deadpool movie. And we're really just establishing Fire Fist's character.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
And you got Black Tom Cassidy.
Which was a surprise.
That was a huge surprise, because it doesn't even look like him.
No, but he is.
So he's like, I'm Black Tom Cassidy. I was like, hey.
That was actually the one kind of joke that I thought was annoying, was the Deadpool racist joke. Because he Cable kills Black Tom.
Right.
And he's like, it's a hate crime. He's just like, it's not, I'm not racist. And I was just like, it's not, I don't know, like, I didn't find it funny.
Yeah, I didn't find it. Well, I mean, it's
even the
so
first
over the
time,
top.
Even the first time they did it, I didn't think it was funny.
Yeah.
You know? But you're right, like, it is really over the top.
There's obviously going to be jokes, and even in the first movie, there's jokes that fall flat. To me.
Yeah.
But other people might be laughing their fucking head off.
Yeah, right. There were jokes that fell flat to me too, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Visually, Cable looked awesome.
He looked great.
I love that they talked about how he was like super short too.
Yeah, I know.
Like the Thanos references, I was kind of like, the DC Universe stuff, I was like, but when they were talking about, it's like, you were taller in the comic books. I was like, that's awesome. That is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because he's pretty, like, Brolin. You never realize how small Brolin really is until you see him stand beside Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, Brolin's tiny. He's like 5'7".
5'7", 5'6", 5'7".
I read it. I looked
He's
it up.
5'7".
He's 5'7". He's small.
But fuck, did he ever look badass?
Yeah.
Like, badass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they had that dad bod shot of him. And I think my wife started to sweat a little bit. So, I mean, I'm going to have to start hitting the gym a bit here. Because, like, I think I heard her say, yes, please, when he had his shirt off. And I said, what? And she said, no, I wasn't talking to you. I was like, oh, fuck. Well, shit. But I like even just the things where they had the constant whirring, like noises his arm made every time he used it. I thought that was a nice touch. The story arc with Cable is really cool, too, even though it's a little nonsensical, which I'll get to. I'll touch upon it. But I like that eventually Deadpool gets through to Cable enough to give him 30 seconds so that Deadpool can stop the kid from killing the fucking guy. And the guy that plays the bad guy is really good.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've seen him before.
I've seen him before.
He plays bit roles.
But he was just chillingly good. Like, even when you first get introduced to him, you're like, there's something up with that guy.
Yeah, there's something fun creepy about this
guy. I don't know about this guy. And then when you find out, like, as soon as you see the marks on him, you're like, oh, you little fucker, you are hurting these kids and stuff like that. So, I mean, like, you do really want him to die. Mm-hmm. You just don't want the kid be the one to kill him to go on this path, right?
Exactly.
But here's the part where it gets a little nonsensical because, so, you know, Wade dies, right?
Yep.
Wade dies. Deadpool dies. Cable goes back in time to save Deadpool, knowing he'll never go back to see his family, right? Mm-hmm. They don't really touch upon it too much, but this is where time travel movies really kind of start to get like a little fucked up. Is like, well, now you could argue that Cable wouldn't be here, regardless.
Okay, yeah.
So they got this new future, right, where his family's still alive, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, Cable might not be there, or if he is, he's not in the current incarnation that he is now, right? The teddy bear goes back to a normal teddy bear. This whole timeline could even have been that he doesn't even meet his wife. He doesn't have his daughter. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, they called her Hope, which I thought was kind of cool and stuff. Nice little nod. But, like, and also the fact that he's willing to stay. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, I like that too. Like, my family's safe.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Okay, well, I definitely thought he was going to go back to his family and then for X-Force find a reason to come back again. I thought that would be the
especially because we have that end montage where they fix the time machine.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm not going to touch upon that too much. I will get to that in a bit. But that's kind of the part where I'm just like, well, then why wouldn't he just go back? Like, maybe you didn't show him go back, but his daughter's alive, but it's not his daughter anymore. Or whatever, like that whole tragic sort of catch-22 where, yeah, you saved her, but she's not your daughter now.
But it also gives...
because then he has a reason to stay.
But also gives a reason for Hope to come to this timeline. And adult Hope.
It
looking
does.
For her father.
I still like the way they introduced her in the comic books, where she's a kid. And she's not Hope. She's not his daughter per se.
No,
but he raised her from a baby.
But she aged like 25 years in like 25 issues.
Time travel, baby.
Yeah, I know.
You just fucking go there, and in our world, it's 6 months. But in that timeline, it's 20 years. Mm-hmm. She didn't age 25. I think officially they stopped her at around the 17, 18.
She's definitely older, though. Like, she started as a baby in the first issue.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So...
But, like, I guess I kind of like it that she's not really his daughter. Mm-hmm. Bloodline. But, I mean, whatever. That's just one of those minor gripes.
They'll change it up. I mean...
It's a minor gripe because it's a time travel thing, and I'm a fucking stickler douche for time travel movies. Because they're a mindfuck. So, like, when people say, like, oh, I didn't want to do... Like, even the fact that, like, the director and the writers were saying, we didn't want to touch too much on time travel just because it's crazy. I get it. But my mind is like, oh, why wouldn't you do this? Or this would happen, or this would happen, yada, 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 right? So, that's not a gripe on the movie, per se. That's just me being a stickler.
See
Predestination? Yeah.
That's a fucking weird movie for time travel.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point.
Fucked.
That is fucked.
So you fuck your... It's there. And then you do it, and it's there.
We will actually have to do, I think a time travel movie would be great, where we do, or a Camcast where we do Primer. Have you seen Primer?
I think I did.
You didn't. If you did, you didn't really watch it. Because that's a fucked up time travel movie.
I think I did see that a while
Watch
ago.
it again. Then
Let me just see the cover art. Okay, what's the next one that you're thinking?
Predestination.
Okay.
Predestination, Primer, and what was the other one? There was another one. It'll come to me at some point, but
Four friends. There's something. Yeah, I think I've seen that.
that one they didn't dumb down shit.
But it's been a while since I watched this movie, so. So yeah. No, I get what you're saying about.
Yeah, but like travel. I think it's just me being a stickler. But ultimately, like, so Cable's awesome. I don't really think there's anything about this movie that I didn't like. The only weird part is, and now we'll get to this, is the montage ending.
Yeah, which is, I don't know if that's gonna stick or if it's just there for humor.
And that's the part that kind of fucks me up.
Because if it sticks, then Vanessa's back.
Right.
Which I'm fucking happy with.
Okay, so to bring you up to speed real quick, so as a gift to Wade, Yukio and Negasonic repair the time machine.
Mm-hmm.
So now Deadpool goes back in time to Wolverine Origins.
That was fucking amazing. That's the closest we're gonna get to Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds being together.
So
again.
they actually splice legit scene from this movie. It's at the end where Deadpool, the Origins Deadpool with the huge blades, the sealed up mouth, the shirtless weird tattoos. Is about to fight Hugh Jackman for the first time. Instead, Deadpool blows his fucking brains out.
And it shoots him over and over and over again
And
on the ground.
Continues to shoot him to make sure
he's
dead.
Oh, well, Hugh Jackman just stares at her, watching.
Which was legit hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did it, because, man, it's such a fucking terrible movie, and it's a terrible, terrible representation of Deadpool.
Yes.
Originally, in the first 20 minutes, or first 5 minutes that you see Wade Wilson, pretty good, pretty close, you know? After that, it's garbage.
We're going to have our big X-Men series one day.
Because
I'm an X-Men freak.
Yep. I'm a huge X-Men fan myself,
definitely need to get
definitely
there one
do
day.
it. But, so
that's one of the scenes.
That's one of the scenes.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Because that doesn't really affect this movie.
No, not at all. But what does is what happens next, and that shows him saving Peter.
Yep, saves Peter.
And then it hints heavily that he saved the rest of X-Force, which...
Possibly, because, well, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Why would you just save Peter? I mean, at the very least, save the Vanisher, I think. I mean, how would you know?
How would you know if he was saved or
But
not?
still. But,
yeah.
But, okay, but regardless, he saves Glenn, but then why wouldn't he save... And he doesn't... No,
he saves Peter, he saves Vanessa.
That's right, but they actually, he flat out...
Kills Origins Deadpool.
Yeah.
And then shoots Ryan Reynolds while reading the Green Lantern screenplay.
While reading the Green Lantern screenplay.
And then goes, "You're welcome, Canada."
Yeah. So that's what I mean. So, he actually does save Vanessa. So, Vanessa... I feel like she has to be alive in the next movie.
She's got to be alive.
Because...
I mean...
If she isn't, what the fuck was the point of that?
Yeah. I hope she is. I want her to be alive.
I want her to be alive, too.
I want to see... Even if she becomes some superhero. What's her name in the comics?
Copycat?
Copycat?
She doesn't even have to be called
She doesn't have to be. But if she has to become that to be in the movie, fine, do it.
Yeah, just do it. Like, I agree.
Their chemistry is so great.
Do it, you know? And, she's just really good in the movies.
Yeah.
You know? It's just... They have to, because it's funny because it's almost a cheat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you had this big, huge emotional arc for Wade Wilson, you know? He gets his heart back, and then he's there, he dies, and she's like, "It's not your time," and you're like, "Fuck off." And then they rewrite everything, so it's like... But even just bringing back Glenn, okay.
Peter.
Why do I keep saying Glenn?
I don't know.
He seems like a Glenn, I guess.
I guess he kind of.
I guess when I look at him, I go,
Glennish.
"You're a Glenn," and he'll be like, "My name's Peter." Not to me.
No, you're Glenn.
Not to me.
You are Glenn.
I feel like if you delve too much into it, by saving Vanessa, see, okay, just hear me out. This is where I get into stickler mode.
Okay.
You save Vanessa,
yep.
you totally take away the whole point of the movie.
Right.
Because why else?
His story arc, yep.
He wouldn't go to the X-Mansion. Wouldn't see the TV. Or if he did, he wouldn't give a shit, right? Okay. Saves Glenn. Peter. I'm not even trying to do this.
Glenn Peters.
Glenn Peters. Okay.
Yeah,
right. He saves Peter Glenn's. But he wouldn't need to.
No, he wouldn't.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like, this is where I'm like, don't do this. Don't. The Deadpool shit where he blows the brains out of Deadpool.
That's all funny.
Shoots the fuck out of him.
Because that doesn't affect anything.
And even like killing Ryan Reynolds while he's reading the Green
Lantern
really
funny.
Script is also really funny.
And the fact that they got away with actually writing Green Lantern on the script.
Yeah. Like, and while I'm happy that they brought back Vanessa, the whole point of the movie's gone.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not going to complain if she's back. I'm not going to complain.
I'm not going to complain.
Because I guess you could argue that
happy.
it's Deadpool, because so he's watched his own movie, so he knows they're going to make an X-Force 3, so he has to, you know, whatever.
Oh, you got that awesome X-Force remix to the Deadpool song?
Oh,
and let's talk about another great theme.
No. Let's actually talk about the foreshadowed big, huge bad guy at the bottom of the fucking jail.
The monster.
Which, for some reason, when I saw Black Tom, I didn't immediately think of, but you did. When you said it, I was like, why the fuck didn't I think about it? Take it away.
Juggernaut.
Not, it's the Juggernaut, bitch.
No,
not
straight
that
up, out of the comics, fucking Juggernaut.
I love Vinnie Jones.
And he's so awesome.
I'm also terrified of Vinnie Jones. But, like, he should never have been cast as the Juggernaut.
No, it's like, oh, he's a big guy. Let's get him to play Juggernaut.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's not even really that big.
No, he's not.
And it was all, like,
and he had fake muscles.
Prosthetic arms and everything.
Yeah,
like,
it was weird.
He did look cool. Yeah. I'll give him that. I will not say he didn't.
But he was not the Juggernaut.
He was the Juggernaut, bitch.
That's a lie, because the Juggernaut, bitch, was in this movie.
Yeah. Wow.
And we got to see Juggernaut and Colossus go at it. And it was fucking epic.
And Juggernaut wasn't like a 6'3" guy with prosthetics. He was completely CGI. He was like...
But he looked
said that
awesome.
Colossus, we probably pegged him at about 7-8 feet.
Yeah.
Juggernaut's probably about 10.
Yeah.
Maybe 11.
Gigantic.
Ginormous. Okay. CGI, really good on that.
Really fucking good.
Really good on that. The fight scene between him and Colossus was crazy good.
Yeah, they did the little thing where he talks about being the stepbrother of Charles Xavier.
Just this slight little hint. Just in, and that's it. So I was like, yeah, okay. Because they didn't do that with Vinnie Jones's Juggernaut.
No, he's just some guy.
And I almost think that they probably just said, well, they're both British, so maybe they'll make the connection. I like that it was a throwaway thing. They didn't make a big deal out of it. Huge fight scene, like epic fight scene. Like if you liked the fight scene with Angel Dust, this one was way up there. And Colossus actually gets the win. Yeah. He gets an assisted, dirty fight win.
Yeah, very dirty.
Like he shoved a fucking rod up his ass, and then they electrocuted Juggernaut through his ass. Okay, that's a dirty fucking win.
That was.
Well, we did get Colossus say fuck, so that's
he did say fuck. He said fuck. Yeah, Juggernaut was amazing.
So good,
and even more amazing is who plays him.
Yeah, he's uncredited in the movie. He's uncredited.
It says Juggernaut as himself.
That's right.
And I was like, that's funny. Who is he?
I found out later that night that it was actually motion capped and voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
That blew my mind.
It blew my mind. I was like, I can't.
Because now I have to rewatch it and look at the face and be like, because I didn't even see Ryan Reynolds.
I didn't see Ryan Reynolds. I didn't hear Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, like that was fucking good.
You know, but even just that part where they introduce Juggernaut, and it's epic when they introduce him, and then you have Deadpool just like total fanboy, like, oh man, I love you. Yeah. I love you. You were in this thing, and you did this thing, and now you're probably gonna like you have that look like you're gonna tear me in half, and then he tears him in fucking half, and it's gross. Yeah. Funny, but it's still pretty fucking gross.
So gross. But...
And then they do the backpack scene.
Yeah. That was so funny.
Just gross. So just gross. The movie's just so great. Like I said, the minor quibbles of time travel aside, which I feel like I'm always going to quibble unless, you know. But again, like I said, Vanessa's back. She has to be back. You can't whatever.
Yep.
Deadpool is his own thing, so he can do his own rules, make it up as he goes along, and that works for me to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
I bet when I rewatch this movie, I'll be a lot more forgiving because I won't be as jarred by it. I'll be just like, okay, all right, that's fine. It is what it is.
It's a shit ton of fun. It's so good. I do put the first Deadpool a step above the second.
Yeah.
A step above.
Yep.
But by no means is it bad. It's awesome.
I almost feel like they're both. I feel like they're both the same. It's because they're two different movies.
They're so different.
And I think that's probably why the movie didn't do as well as quickly as the first one did.
Well, a lot of that's timing too. I mean,
I agree.
Deadpool 1 came out in February with zero competition around. This came out between fucking Avengers and Star Wars. Like,
yeah, no, and I agree. Like, to a degree, there's that. But I mean, Deadpool now is such a huge character that I don't think that Solo and Avengers took away too much from Deadpool.
Yeah.
I just think that a lot of it was people going in there going like, oh man, it's gonna be like Deadpool. It's gonna be just like Deadpool, and then like, and you feel it like right away. You feel it. You're like, okay, this is kind of a different movie. Mm-hmm. And then halfway through, you're like, this is actually a different movie. And then when it ends, you're like, this was a completely different altogether. So I would put them on the same scale.
Yeah.
Because they're both equally good on their own terms.
Oh yeah.
It's not like Guardians, where 1 and 2
kind of continue into each other.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a continuation.
Yeah.
Because this is a new story arc for Wade. This isn't a continuation from any other plot twists or dangling plot threads. It's just his story was that one.
Yep.
Now this is the new chapter, right? So, and then of course X-Force 3 will be the third chapter. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I think you'll get the Deadpool 3.
Yep.
If.
It's a tough call. They might just keep going with X-Force.
They might, especially because, especially now you know that X-Force is going to be played more for laughs.
Though I wouldn't be surprised if they called Deadpool and the X-Force.
That's actually just funny enough.
I kind of feel like they'll put Deadpool
just funny enough. Oh, speaking of which, I do like how there's the last scene of Deadpool, and instead of being all red, he's in the gray and black costume.
Yeah.
Because of all the ash and shit. Yeah. And I immediately was like, that's X-Force.
That was his X-Force costume.
Crazy. That's crazy cool. You know? But yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I
Deadpool 2, awesome. Deadpool 1, awesome.
Deadpool, yeah, exactly.
Can't wait for Deadpool 3, X-Force, whatever it's called.
Whatever the fuck they want to call it, can't wait for it.
It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And then whatever the hell else Ryan Reynolds decides to do this time. I hope it's not the Assassin's Bodyguard, Hitman's Bodyguard 2.
Well, they're doing it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they're doing it.
What?
It's already been announced. It's called the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Okay, well, Penelope Cruz was fucking hilarious in that movie.
Was it Penelope?
Oh, no, Selma Hayek.
It was Selma Hayek.
Yeah, she was hilarious
in
that movie.
There you go. It's happening. That was a disappointing movie, though. It wasn't as good as I want.
I know. I wanted.
I thought it was going to be.
The story itself was. It's kind of like Central Intelligence, where the story itself is pretty by the numbers.
Yeah. But
the chemistry between the two characters really keep you going throughout the movie. Yeah. Speaking of which, I really enjoyed Central Intelligence.
Yeah, it's a good movie, man.
That was really good. I was actually giggling pretty much any time The Rock opened his mouth because he could have been gay in this whole movie. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't have changed the character by any means, but they played him close enough that it was just so funny. Fanny pack.
The fat back or
the unicorn.
Yeah. So
what the hell? He's a cornhead.
Yeah.
Whatever the phrase was.
That was
it was just movie. Jesus.
So, Deadpool
2.
That's the Deadpool episode. Woo! That is our 10th Camcast. We're in the double digits, everyone. We're in the double digits. And you will be able to watch this and listen to this at the same time.
Hold on. Couldn't you do that anyway?
You could. Okay, not at the same time.
Okay, you can watch YouTube.
Hemsworth.
You can watch YouTube at home, but when you're driving to work, you can listen to us on SoundCloud.
Yes, and if everything goes A-OK tonight, iTunes. So, there we go.
Please, like.
Yes.
Please, subscribe.
Yep.
Please, share.
Share.
And please, keep your geek pants on.
Because if you don't, you're naked.
That's right. And also, I mean, nobody really wants to see that.
He might. Or sorry, this guy might.
That Robert Downey Jr. yelled for not wearing geek pants.
Smug Robert.
I know, like, could you imagine that? Just waking up in somebody's house and you're all fucked up and you're just like, well, I guess I'm going to jail. And then that's your mugshot. Like, yeah, look at me. I was Charlie Chaplin.
Yep.
But I'll be Iron Man, so
who cares?
Yeah.
Adios.